Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BrendenPlayz, and I welcome you all back to another edition of WWE 2k14 Universe Mode. We are here today with Main Event and Smackdown. So, without further ado, let's get into today's Main Event episode. So, we have Paige going to take on AJ Lee one-on-one. The Divas title division is still up in the air. What's going to happen there? Sandow will take on the US Champion Big E one-on-one. And we have 3MB. They're going to take on the Awesome Riders. And Wade Barrett will face Bray Wyatt. Two men that are looking to move up into the World Heavyweight Championship scene. Will they find success? I know Wade Barrett's desperately trying to get there. AJ Lee, she defeats Paige. Sandow versus Big E. It's the US Champion getting the victory again. 3MB, no, they can't beat the Awesome Riders. So 3MB's little hot streak is over. And Wade Barrett defeats Bray Wyatt. We're not going to play Main Event this week. So let's move on. So apparently you're the guy that I have to go to find out the answers around here. You obviously work with Triple H, you're the GM around here. I want to know why he hasn't accepted my challenge yet. And when the hell is he going to accept it? Is he going to accept it tonight or Monday Night Raw? What's the deal here, Edge? First of all, Brock, I have no affiliation with Triple H or the Authority, but Triple H has actually given me a message to deliver to you. Now, he couldn't be there on Monday Night Raw this week, and he's not here tonight, but he's told me that he's going to be there on Monday Night Raw next week, and he's going to answer your challenge. Whether he will accept it or decline it, I do not know, but he will be there Monday Night Raw. Well, it looks like I'm going to be joining him on Monday night. Well, Brock Lesnar is going to be on Raw, apparently. That is huge. But we still have no response from Triple H yet. What will his answer be? We'll find out on Monday night, apparently. As we have a Fatal 4 match to kick off Smackdown. Swagger, Dallas, Kingston, and Fandango going at it. We need to find out who will face Henry at Payback for the IC title. Perhaps we'll find out in that match. Natalya with Emma in her corner will face off against Summer Rae with Layla. And Mysterio with Big Show will face Titus O'Neil with Darren Young. Bit of a size mismatch there. The Usos are going to face the Wyatts. The Usos have been struggling as of late. CM Punk's going to face the Intercontinental Champion Mark Henry. Can Punk perhaps be the man in line for the IC title? And what about this match? Tag team action. Cena with Undertaker will team with Batista. We'll take on Batista with Lesnar, who's going to team up. Now, the interesting dynamic here is Cena and Undertaker had a match last week. Undertaker beat Cena, and Batista and Lesnar had a match last week with Lesnar beating Batista. Will these two teams be able to coincide? I highly doubt it, but we'll see. So Natalya versus Summer Rae. Natalya with Emma gets the victory. Mysterio versus Titus O'Neil. It is Rey Mysterio knocking off the big guy, the big man, the big deal. And the Wyatt family get another victory. It's at the expense of the Usos, who lose again. And Punk versus Mark Henry. CM Punk. There you go. He's beaten the Intercontinental Champion. Is he the number one contender? Perhaps he may be. That's big if he is. I mean, we've seen Punk kind of fall away a little bit from the main event division. I mean, he came back firing when he came to Smackdown after the draft, but once again, he's started to lose and lose and lose. But a victory over Mark Henry there may just put him in the title hunt for the IC title, which is no means a step down at all. I mean, Mark Henry, former world champion. We've had some great Intercontinental champions here on Smackdown. Kingston and Wade Barrett, who's really looking as though he may be pushing himself in line for that world title match. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the world title picture. We'll talk about that later. But speaking of the man I just mentioned, Kofi Kingston, here he comes. Jack Swagger just came out beforehand. Former Intercontinental champion. You would assume that this match will be very important for the lineup of the Intercontinental Championship match for Payback. Obviously, beating the champion directly has probably put CM Punk in the number one position, but a victory in a Fatal 4-Way match cannot hurt either one of these men, that is for sure. So here comes Bo Dallas. Are we ready to Bo leave? We'll have to wait and see. I don't think we've actually played with Bo Dallas on Universe Mode yet. So I think this might be a rare treat that we're getting to see Bo Dallas in action. How wonderful is that? That's just fantastic. Oh man, he's great. I mean, I can't wait to see him in action. I'm ready just to Bo leave right now. Now maybe I'm ready for Bo to leave. I don't know. But Obviously, Mark Henry won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, looking to hold it, but he's got some stiff competition right now. Here comes Fandango, who we haven't seen much of him since he came over from Raw to SmackDown. Obviously, it's a tough division right now here on SmackDown, but he's probably in the best place right now for himself. I mean, Raw is absolutely stacked around the US title, so Fandango being here has probably got the best opportunity that he'll have here in the WWE to win gold. And if he wins this match, well, you never know. He might throw his name out there for contendership. We'll have to wait and see. But he's going to be dancing his way to the ring right now. But there'll be no dancing around the other three competitors in this match as he looks to try and earn his spot at Payback. But it's going to be tough. Obviously, like I said before, CM Punk, but you know, all these men are certainly capable of being Intercontinental Champion, but Mark Henry, I think he's going to be a tough man to beat no matter who you throw at him. Obviously, like I said, former Money in the Bank winner, former World Heavyweight Champion, cashed in that Money in the Bank successfully to win that title. Then he went on to hold the title for a couple of months. And at WrestleMania, he capped off a great year by winning the Intercontinental Championship. So really, Mark Henry, on paper, has been one of the most successful superstars here in Universe Mode. Winning 3 huge matches to, I guess, I don't know, count Money in the Bank, so to say, as a championship, but certainly a very vital prize here in the WWE. And Mark Henry's won 3 very vital prizes so far, but he's looking to hold on to that IC title, whereas all these men are looking just to break away from the pack right now. I mean, Kofi Kingston, former Intercontinental Champion, he was kind of Wade Barrett's Achilles heel for a while there. Kingston held the title for a fair while. I believe he had when did he lose? I think he might have lost it at SummerSlam. So I think he held the title from April to August. So he had a pretty good title reign. It wasn't until Wade Barrett who did knock off Kingston, but Kingston won it back straight away. So I believe Kingston's held the title 2 times here in Universe Mode. Maybe 3. I'm pretty sure it's just 2 though. I'll have to check it out. That reminds me, I do have all the title history, like all the championship history has all been done by a guy called Smith, who went ahead and did all that for me on the forums. I believe I've already mentioned this, but I'll mention it again. So if you're interested to see the title history in Universe Mode, maybe you've missed out on a few of the different pay-per-views at the beginning of Universe Mode when it was W13 days, or hang on, we've got a cover here, no count. Or you just can't remember, that's up on my forum, BrendenPlayz.com/forums. You can find it in the general BrendenPlayz section. It's over there. It's a pretty cool read. It's interesting. I love stats. I love looking at like the history. I actually, back when I was a super fan when I was younger, I would go through all the titles on WWE.com and see all the championship reigns over the past year and be like, oh wow, this guy held this title, this guy held this title. That's awesome. And it's kind of interesting now. You look back on Universe Mode as Kingston goes for a cover. Oh, I think Dallas broke that up at the last second. It's very interesting now. A lot of the guys that have actually won the titles are no longer doing very well in Universe Mode, which is kind of interesting there. Like I remember Alicia Fox actually won the Divas title, and now she's not. I haven't seen her on the show for how long. So very interesting kind of fact there. Like, who would have thought Alicia Fox, in the complexity of Universe Mode, would have won the title at some point? But yeah, she did, back right at the beginning of Universe Mode. So looking back there, I didn't even know that, so I completely forgot about that. Which probably shows how well that title reign was, but I think it only lasted a month. But yeah, so very interesting just to kind of have a bit of a look back, a bit of a flashback. And obviously Kingston's had a successful run. Swagger at one point was, looking really good to kind of move up in the world title ranks as well, as a cover and a kick out at a reversal there actually. Kingston will break it up. Swagger had a match against Ryback at TLC for the world title, unsuccessful. I believe he got absolutely dominated though. But yeah, so Swagger's had a bit of a moment, and Dallas is new to the scene, and Fandango's just kind of been around. Hasn't really been doing much. Never really looked likely to be in the US title picture, but maybe he'll turn that all around here on SmackDown tonight with a victory in this fatal 4-way match. Or maybe it might be Bo Dallas. Maybe we will start having to Bo leave as he goes over the top rope with a splash to Swagger, taking him down. Kingston's ready to fly as well in the other corner. Here he goes with the elbow, but Fandango quickly rolling away, staying alive. But this really could go either way right now, as Swagger's kind of taunting away, doing some push-ups on Dallas right now, as Fandango's worried about winning the match. He doesn't want to play around here. This isn't a game for Fandango. This is his livelihood. He needs to win this match. He was trying to do so successfully, but unfortunately unable to do so. And Kingston, hang on. Swagger powerbombed Fandango. Kingston swooped in and grabs the win. Well, how about that one? Kofi Kingston taking the advantage there. It was an opportune time to swoop in and get the victory, and that's exactly what he did. Swagger did the damage. Kingston just said, well, look, if you're not going to cover him, I will. So here it is. Swagger picked up Fandango, and Kingston kind of just, well, snuck in. Got his arm over Fandango, got the 3 count, and got the hell out of there. And that's one way to do it in a Fatal 4-Way. So well done, Kofi Kingston. I think that's his first big victory in quite some time. He's certainly been in a bit of a rut, but is this the night that he turns it all around? A big victory here against 3 top competitors here in the Smackdown Intercontinental Championship scene. Is this time for a new beginning for Kofi Kingston here on Smackdown? As we now move on to our main event match, it is Cena, Taker versus Batista and Lesnar. Here we go. Here comes The Undertaker, the man who beat John Cena last week on Smackdown. Yes, Undertaker beat Cena, the World Heavyweight Champion, which has thrown so many question marks. What is going to happen with the World Heavyweight Championship at Payback? We know Batista has a match. Batista has a rematch clause. He will be facing John Cena one-on-one. But will we see The Undertaker thrown in the mix there? But we know Brock Lesnar's kind of thrown himself out of that potential spot. But as well as that, what about Wade Barrett? Will we see Wade Barrett come in as well? So really, it's up in the air. I mean, Wade Barrett's the wild card in the situation. A big victory over CM Punk, big victory over Bray Wyatt. Maybe next week we could see Wade Barrett versus Undertaker one-on-one. Maybe the winner of that gets put into the match to make a triple threat, or maybe Edge just wants it a one-on-one. Batista versus John Cena and Undertaker. You can win all the matches you want, but you'll miss out. So I don't think we're going to see a Fatal 4-Way. We already did a Fatal 4-Way last pay-per-view, so that's out of the question. So triple threat is possible, but one-on-one is probably more probable. Here comes the champion, John Cena. A lot of you guys have been wanting me to get the new attire for Cena, the red and yellow. I'm working on it. I had a look earlier today and I couldn't find anything. And if you're wondering why the hell I've got him wearing the yellow just then, I actually forgot to change it when I was doing the matchup. But that's my bad. But yeah, so I'm working on getting the red and yellow. I haven't found a good version of it yet online. So hopefully around pay-per-view time I'll find a good version. Normally around pay-per-view time is when I update attires to match any new ones, so that's probably when you'll see Cena's new one come in. And I'm looking to try and get to Money in the Bank at least before the end of Universe Mode, so I'm going to try and pop out a few extra ones very soon. Whilst that's on my mind, there will be no videos in the next couple of days, so if you expect me to see more Universe Mode, there will be no videos in a couple of days. I won't be around, I won't be home on the weekend. I'm actually going to be going out. So all you rugby league fans out there will know that there's a big game going on Friday night. Dragons versus Broncos. I'm going to be there, so I'll be busy going to do that. Plus, on Saturday, I'm going to be hitting up the casinos to spend all that YouTube money that I got on the roulette table, baby. So I'm going to be hitting that up. So looking forward to seeing the game and looking forward to hitting up the casino. I haven't been for like a year, so I think I went. First time I went was just after I turned 18. It was so much fun. Actually, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, but I think I turned like $50 into 250, and I thought that was pretty awesome. So I was pretty happy with that. So I'm hoping for a repeat performance. Make some more of that. We'll turn that YouTube money into real money, baby. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, the match has begun. This is a big match here on Smackdown. I mean, geez, haven't we got some great matches on recent times here on Smackdown? We're kind of being blessed with all this star power here on Smackdown right now. Lesnar's still kind of wishy-washy, for a lack of a better word, kind of on where he's at right now. Is he on Raw? He's on SmackDown? Yes, he's on SmackDown, but he has said he's going to appear on Raw next week. So will Lesnar be there to kind of confront Triple H face to face? Perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. And what will Triple H's response be to Lesnar? Will we see Triple H versus Brock Lesnar one-on-one? Will Brock Lesnar try and get his revenge on the Authority for kicking him out, booting him out, sending him out to the curb, sending him to Smackdown, so to say, and just forgetting about him and moving on? You know, Lesnar lost a couple matches to Randy Orton, and I guess Triple H's only thing that he desperately wanted Brock Lesnar to accomplish, the only task, was to beat Randy Orton. And Lesnar was unable to beat Randy Orton, not once, but twice. I guess 3 times if you want to count 2 out of 3 falls. So Lesnar really failed Triple H on that note. So Triple H had enough, sent Brock Lesnar packing, and I don't know, has he found the new guy in Ryback, as we saw on Raw yesterday? Perhaps. But we'll have to wait and see how this all kind of pans out. And will we see Lesnar versus Triple H, or will we see Triple H kind of back out? Or maybe he'll try and get someone else to step in for him. I know Triple H is kind of running out of guys to really help him out. I mean, Ryback's been the only real guy to kind of pitch in recent times. The Shield's moved away from the Authority, so Triple H is really running out of power right now. So he's really nearly at his weakest. I think his last chance is really with Ryback. So Randy Orton's doing a great job there on Raw to try and destroy the Authority once and for all. And Lesnar now here on SmackDown. A lot of you guys were wondering, you know, has Lesnar finally, you know, come to the good side, so to say? I'm not exactly sure about that. I think Lesnar just wants to kick Triple H's ass, and then he's going to do whatever it takes to go here on SmackDown, win that World Heavyweight title. So Lesnar maybe a bit of a fan favorite for his match against Triple H, but I still think Brock Lesnar's attitude to what he's doing right now is exactly the same. He's got the same demeanor. He just wants to beat Triple H up, a guy that not many people like around here. So I guess he'll get cheered for that. But Batista as well in recent weeks has gotten a bit of an attitude towards him. I mean, honestly, I think he's just frustrated right now that he lost his World Heavyweight title in a fatal 4-way match, in a ladder match, so he wasn't pinned, wasn't submitted. Nobody was even pinned or submitted. He was just outside the ring, kind of beating up someone, and meanwhile Cena was in the middle of the ring, and he snuck in and stole the title. Kind of how Kofi Kingston just won earlier, just kind of snuck in and grabbed the victory whilst everyone else was kind of busy. So Batista obviously probably feels a little gutted about what happened and wants his revenge desperately, and he certainly deserves it. He's had a couple of little mishaps. I mean, Lesnar beat him last week, yes. Undertaker's certainly stating his case for a match, yes, but you know, I still think Batista deserves his opportunity one-on-one. Has a rematch clause, so like I said earlier, he's definite for payback one-on-one. Batista versus John Cena. I wouldn't say book it, because that match could be subject to change, as WWE likes to put in their disclaimers. So that match could be changed, the card could be changed, whatever you want to call it, but it's a matter of, is The Undertaker worthy of being added into that match, or is it Wade Barrett being worthy to be added in that match, or is it neither? I don't know. Maybe next week, like I said, we'll see Undertaker and Wade Barrett go at it, or maybe Edge will just say, look, you'll have to wait till next pay-per-view. It's Batista and Cena, one-on-one, which I think is fair, because Batista has earned the right for a rematch, and Cena, I think, deserves the right for a fair one-on-one title defense to kick off his title reign. It's always difficult being in a triple threat or a fatal 4-way environment, is you don't have to be pinned to lose your title, like I said a little bit ago. So I think it's probably more fair for both of the men to find out who is the better out of the two in a one-on-one environment. But Lesnar beating The Undertaker away right now. This is Lesnar's second match here on SmackDown, and I'm not sure how exactly he's fighting SmackDown. I think he's still just got a bit of business to attend to on Raw, so he's really not kind of focusing on SmackDown. I think once he deals with Triple H, if he does so, I think then we'll start to see Lesnar really shine here on SmackDown. And obviously Lesnar has had the most dominant title reign in the history of Universe Mode, so you can't discredit Lesnar. Even though he may have lost a couple of matches in recent times, you still have to know that he is the beast, he means business, and he is one tough son of a bitch. So he's going to be tough to beat no matter who you are, whether you're Batista, whether you're Undertaker or John Cena, or CM Punk for that matter. It's going to be tough work. And obviously it's going to be tough for anybody to really break through and getting the world title picture. You know, all 4 of these men deserve to be the world champion or, you know, be in the world title match. And it's hard to really kind of, you know, put any of these guys on the side. Obviously, CM Punk's had to take a step back because he can't break through. And we all know what kind of star CM Punk is, so he can't even break through this mold right now. Wade Barrett's been chomping at the bit to try and get here, but I don't know if he'll break through. And then we have Bray Wyatt as well, and Mark Henry, the Intercontinental Champion, dominating. So many guys trying to get here, but you got these 4 men in this ring right now who are just so dominant right now. It's so tough here on SmackDown. And Raw's pretty much the same for, you know, I don't know, Raw's kind of the same, but also different because Raw's got all these great guys in the one kind of spot, but then there's a couple of guys on top of that, the likes of Ryback and Randy Orton, as Batista has pinned the Undertaker. Well, there you go. I didn't really notice, but I saw Lesnar went outside the ring to deal with Cena, and meanwhile Batista in the middle of the ring, he pinned the Undertaker. Well, there you go. So Batista and Brock Lesnar get the victory over Cena and Taker. That's obviously going to do Batista a lot of favors there. So big victory for him. Well done to Batista and Lesnar. And hang on, Batista's attacking Cena after the match. Is he going to send a statement to the World Heavyweight Champion? Uh-oh. Look out. Oh my god. That has got to be the end of Cena. And that's the end of this video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next episode coming up real soon.